Hello, everybody. This is online yoga, MoveEasy online yoga with Via, and it is February 2nd. Sorry, not 1st, 2nd. Kathy's on the floor, ready to help us open the class in the ordinary fashion, just lying on the floor, on your back, and noticing your breath, the breath you came in with, not to change it. You can have your knees bent or straight. If you have your legs straight, you may want to put something under your back or under your knees because it could affect your lower back. Leg extensions that may affect the lower back. Knees bent, not so much. Just breathing and noticing where you are, allowing your body to appreciate your practice. And thank you for bringing it here. I love my body loves me. Just paying attention to your breath. It may change, but not because you ask it to change. It just changes as you slow down, or sometimes it changes. During the practice today, please try to be aware of your breath as well as your movement. And then bring your hands behind your head. Stack your hands or interlace your fingers. We're going to start with vagus nerve reset without moving anything but your eyeballs. Shift your eyeballs to the right. Your eyes can be open or closed. Watch for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Bring your eyes back to the center and shift your eyeballs to the left. And watch for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come back to center. Do this 2 more times without my cueing it. Just right, left, right, left. Whenever you're finished, keep your hands where they are for head ramping. Just pressing The back of the head, the occipital ridge at the base of the skull, pressing that into your hands, into the floor. The chin drops, the back of the skull slides away from your shoulders. Stay there for a couple breaths. And then release and repeat. Do 4 more of these. And whenever you're finished, we're going to do the breath work practice. So let's do an extended exhale breath. You can bring your hands down by your hips. You don't have to have them under your head anymore. You may want to put your hands on your belly or just rest by your hips and make your exhale longer than your inhale. Maybe you can make it twice as long as your inhale. And if you'd like to, you could flip over on your belly and do crocodile breathing instead. You can do an extended breath, crocodile breathing. The reason I'm liking crocodile breathing is because it allows you to breathe deep into the third lobe of the lungs. So go ahead and just rest your head on your crossed arms. Stack your arms in front of you and rest your head. That's crocodile. And crocodile breathing is just breathing while you're in the crocodile position. Making your exhale longer than your inhale. And a couple more breaths. Whenever you're ready, we're going to come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to do the prone, the quadruped version of hypopressives, just starting on your hands and knees, then dropping to your elbows. The hands are together, the elbows wide. We're going to do 2 of these. If you don't like these, you could lie on your back and do a classic. Or you could try to get comfortable by putting a pillow or something under your chest or to support you. We're going to do 3 breaths and then hold the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All the way out. Hold your breath out. No breath. 1, 2, 3. Stay as long as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And go ahead and let that go. Take an inhale and exhale. Go ahead and drop back into child's pose before we start the next round. Just drop back into a stretchy, relaxing child's pose. This should be effortless. Feel effortless. You can take your knees really wide if you want. And then come back up into the prone position. That same one we're in before. The elbows are wide, the hands are together, the head is between the hands. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Carol, crawl your arms forward a little bit so that your hips are above your knees. Nice. Sorry, let's start over again on the breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Hold your breath. No breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and come on out of that. And find your way into a floor-seated position. We're going to review the neck, jaw, and tongue exercises that we did last week, just because I think people tend to forget them if I only introduce them once. Oh, but and some of you they will be new. But this is all about releasing tension that you hold in your jaw, and also tension you hold at the base of the skull. And it should help with shoulder, neck, jaw, and headaches. Okay, the first, let me look at my little, I don't have I usually print. When I'm in Mexico, I print my class notes, but I don't have a printer. So I'm just looking. The first one is the sliding nod. So go ahead and bring your fingers, one set of fingers behind your head at the base of the skull, and then tuck the chin tightly down, and then pull the head back and feel a stretching sensation at the base of the skull. This is it. So it's like almost like a reverse head ramp. And then you're going to stay there for about 10 counts, counting to 10. And then release. And then repeat. We're going to repeat it 5 times. So press again. So you drop the chin first and then press. Pull the head back. You're going to feel a mild stretching sensation at the base of the neck. Holding for about 10 seconds. I think I'll time 10 seconds. Not this time, but next time. You don't have to have both hands back behind your head unless you want to. Press back though. The press back is important. Pressing back into your hands. And then just go ahead and release and rest for a breath or two. And then start again. Just drop your chin tightly to your chest and then press back up into the back of your neck. And I'm going to time 10 seconds. Release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Press your chin into your chest tightly. Press your neck back in, your head back into your spine, your cervical spine. 10 seconds. You should feel a big stretch there. You might even yawn. This is anytime, I'm learning that anytime you play with your occipital ridge, yawning may occur. Last one. Drop your chin tightly to your chest and then press back, your head back into your hands and 10 seconds. Release that and then look to the right a little bit, about 15 or 20 degrees. Look to the right. You're going to do exactly the same thing, but this is on an angle, right? So drop your chin, look to the right a little, drop your chin tightly to your chest, and then press your head back into this cervical spine. And release. And we'll do it again 4 more times. Go ahead and press your chin tightly. Tuck your chin tightly. Remember, you're looking to the right. And then press the back of the skull, the head back into the cervical spine, basically. And you feel a big stretch. And just hold that for 10 seconds. The timer will go off in a minute. Okay, how many have we done, Kathy? Maybe you can tell me these. We've done 3. Okay, 2 more. It's hard to keep track of the 10 seconds and how many we've done. So you keep track of that. I'll keep track of the seconds. Go ahead. You're still looking right. Drop your chin tightly to your chest. And then push back your head back towards the back of your head and towards the spine, cervical spine. Holding for 10 seconds. And release. And one more time. Thank you. That was number 4. Kathy says it's 4. I believe her. And then tuck your chin. You're still looking to the right. Tuck your chin. And then press the head back behind you and keep your chin tucked. Keep your good posture when you're doing these floor-seated movements. Good. Now you can guess that before we end this particular part of the sequence, you're going to look left, tuck your chin tightly, press the head back while you keep your chin down and stay here for 10 seconds. Try to sit tall in your floor seated posture. That was number 1. I know that. Now Kathy's going to keep track of the rest of them. This time, same thing, looking left, tucking your chin tightly, and then pressing back into your hand and your head. You can have your hand up there. If it's too much to have your hand up there, I'm doing it. I forgot about my hand and it works just fine. That was number 2. I'm doing better than I was before, but I still want you to be the real counter, Kathy. Looking left, tucking your chin tightly, pressing the head back into your spine, and we'll stay here for 10 seconds. What number is that? 3. Okay, number 4. Just go ahead and look left, tuck the chin tightly, and then press the head back. Try to maintain a good posture here too. Okay, that was 4, right? Last one. Look left, tuck your chin tightly, and then move your head back while you keep your chin tucked. You should feel a nice stretch along the back of the neck. Good, good. Let me check and see what's next on this series. I had to go back and forth between my timer and my Google Doc. High tech, this is a high tech class. Okay, so that was the sliding nod. Now we're going to work on the jaw. Two different positions, actually. The jaw, you're going to keep your mouth closed. You're still in a floor seated position, although if being on the floor is a problem, you could do this seated in a chair as well. But you know I highly recommend floor seating. Okay, the mouth is closed loosely, and the teeth are together loosely. Put your hands on either side of the front of the chin. And then you're going to push the jaw forward, but resist the pushing forward with your hands. And then hold for 10 seconds. So let me get back into my timer. But hopefully we did 10 seconds. The first 10 seconds, we're going to do 5 of these. And then rest. So you need to rest in between, a little rest, a little wiggle, and now do it again. So press your chin forward into your hands that are on your chin, but resist the forward movement. Move forward, resist with your hands. Everybody knows about resistance because we do Kihara resistance stretching here. Release, come back, and start again. Press, resist, wait. Good posture. How many is that, Kathy? Oh, good. 2 more. This is a good system. Press forward, resist with your hands. And stop. 1 more. This is forward, backward jaw movement. So pressing, into your hands, resisting with your hands. Don't make it too hard. You'll really fatigue yourself if you do. You'll build up strength. This is a jaw strengthener. So on these, you're going to build up strength. And so you will want to add resistance as you continue with this. The next movement, I think I'm going to have to go back to be sure I don't miss anything. The next movement is side to side. So we're going to do the right side of the jaw and the left side of the jaw. So all it is put one hand, put your right hand on the right side of the jaw, and you're going to push in the same way and resist in the same fashion. I'm going to go back to the timer. Okay. Resisting on the right side. You can put your hand a little farther back, Kathy, so it's on, yeah, I think so. Although, whoops. And then stop. That was number one. So this is strengthening several different points of the jaw. Stay on the right. Number two, press. I'm going to punch the timer. Press the right side of your jaw into your hand. The hand is resisting. And come back. Number three, press. This is good preparation for Kathy's dental work too, probably. Make your jaw strong. I forgot to press, so you have a little longer here. How many is that? 3? Okay, we have 2 more. Right side of the jaw, press into your hands. The hands are resisting. I'm timing. And last one on this side. Press the jaw into your right hand and resist the pressure of the jaw. So whenever you're resisting and moving, you're actually creating both strength and mobility in the jaw, which is a very good thing. This series should be easy to remember. There's 2 different movements at each. Go ahead, and that was the end of that. Go to the left side. There's 2 different movements at the jaw, the tongue, and the neck. So, okay, so let's go ahead. Press, left hand presses into left jaw, and the jaw presses out into the hand, and the hand resists the outward pressure of the jaw. Stop. And start again. Don't do too much. You can actually exhaust the jaw this way. But you'll do more pressure as you continue. Go ahead, and what number are we at now, Kathy? Oh, so this is number 3. Press again, press the jaw to the side, to the left side, and whoops, there it goes. I didn't have much of a chance to talk about it. Now we're number 4, right? Number 4. Last one on the jaw series. So we're done with that, right?
One more.
One more. Okay, there. Okay, now one more. Just pressing.
There we go.
and releasing. That series is done. The last two are tongue movements. The first one is to put your tongue at the tip of your tongue at the palate, the line between the palate and the top of the teeth, and press into that area with your tongue. And we're going to time it 5 times. So and release. Number 2, go ahead and start. So actually the lips should be loosely closed. Yes. Number 3. This actually helps with double chins. And it also helps with loosening up the neck. Actually, somehow the jaw, the tongue is related to the neck. What number are we on, Kathy? 4? We're starting 4? Okay, go ahead. You want to release in between times. Last one. It's almost cardio, huh, Leslie? She takes off her jacket. I'm thinking of taking mine off too. It's interesting because I think this is more exercise than you would imagine. And we're finished. And I will hold on. Let's go to the next tongue. This is the last of this whole series. It's the tongue. You place the tongue, the bottom of the tongue. So you curl your tongue, place it on the ridge, on the back, behind the first ridge in the upper part of the palate. That's where you push. Push with the bottom of your tongue. Curl it, place it there, and push.
Caitlin said it makes her want to yawn. Makes me want to yawn too.
Well, I'm starting to think that a lot of this work really affects the vagus nerve. A lot of this work around the neck and jaw. Yeah. Well, it's too bad because you can't really yawn and do this at the same time. You have to wait. Okay, let's start.
Are you curling your tongue up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You curl your tongue so that the bottom of the tongue is resting at that in front of the ridge. And then you time. Number 2, find your positions. Release.
My tongue's getting
Yeah. And if maybe you're pressing too hard. So, but it's tempting to press hard here, I think. Go ahead and do the third one. And number 4. Release. Let the tongue go and then put it back in position. Last one. Feel the tension, the tightness that's happening here at the chin, under the chin. So that I think that the tongue exercises actually help with double chins. Maybe some of the other exercises too, but if you put your hand at the bottom while you're doing the tongue exercises, you'll feel some of the work muscle work that's happening there. Okay, that is the review of those. I love those because you can do them, probably do them, well, especially the tongue exercise, you can do anywhere. No, who knows? I mean, you have to close your mouth. You can't talk, but other than that, you can do them anywhere. Okay, let's go back and find what's next in my, let's go, we're going to do standing foot, the foot release, the 6-point foot release with therapy balls, standing. So Kathy needs a Sharpie. She's going to show you, remind you where, although everybody here knows where this is, but this is a reminder. You're going to compress at 6 different locations on the bottom of the foot while you're standing. So the number 1 is just below the mound. And number 2 is in the middle of the arch. And number 3 is just in front of the heel. Number 4 is to the outside of the center of the arch. And number 5 is to the inside. And the last one is just below the big toe mound. And we're gonna time for, that's it. Thank you, Kathy. We're going to time for, we're gonna time it for about 30 seconds. I'm gonna do 30 seconds, 30-second compression, basically. So stand up. And the other thing I want you to do while you're here is try to stay in good posture. It's so tempting to lean over and look at your feet. And maybe you'll have to do that, just a quick glance, but then I want you to notice your good posture or find your good posture while you're here. Position number 1. You should be near a wall or a chair or a something. You should have a therapy ball, 1 therapy ball out of the bag. Start on the right. Let's start on the right foot, Kathy, just because otherwise I like to make it a practice to always start on the right, because then if I lose track, maybe I can find my way back. Compression at point number 1, it's in the middle of the foot at the top, just below the.
My foot's back, so you can see it, but normally.
Kathy's foot is back, but everybody else could have their feet parallel so that they can find good posture. And just breathing, standing tall, using your chair or your wall if you need to. Aware of breath, aware of this is a sort of a static movement, but aware of that. Where's the ball? Second position is farther down, right in the middle of the medial arch on the foot, bottom of the foot. Find your good posture. Try to keep that going. Stop. Go to the next location, which is just in front of the heel, the calcaneus. That was 3. Number 4 is back to the center of the arch and then to the outside of the foot. On the outside of the foot, compressing and waiting and breathing. Aware of the foot, aware of where the ball is, aware of your breath, aware of your posture. Trying to sit up tall. I actually just squeeze my rhomboids squeeze my scapula a little bit together to find my good posture. But I want you to feel into your own good posture. Number 5 is directly across from a the last one we just did, number 4. It's on the inside of the foot, inside of the arch. We need to wake up our feet so they can take us where we want to go. Right, Parvin? On rocks? Big rocks. Last one. Just underneath the big toe mound. Okay. Maybe you want to walk around a bit and see if there's a difference between your right and your left, since we didn't do it before. But you can at least do a before the right. See if there's a difference between the way the right foot feels and the left.
I can feel it.
Yeah. It's nice to to do these tests before and after, or in this case, before the left one, because then you know that something's happening. Sometimes there's a familiar, you don't know, you don't really remember the changes. Go to the other side of the foot, find position number 1, which is just underneath the metatarsal mound
In the middle.
in the middle. I'm just waiting. And breathing. We're here for 30 seconds. Good time, good amount of time. Go to number 2, which is right in the middle of the medial arch. Go to that position, compress or press the foot into the ball. Breathe. Number 3, just in front of the heel. Number 4, go back up to the middle of the medial arch and out to the outside of the foot. Now to the inside of the foot. Still in the middle of the arch, or the middle of the bottom of the foot. Be aware of your breath. Maybe you're aware of your core. There's a connection between the bottom of the feet and the abdominal muscles, the core muscles. The last one, number 6, is just moving the ball up underneath the big toe mound. Come on out of that. Take your foot away from the ball. Put the ball away somewhere. We're going to use it later. Walk around and see how it feels. To awaken the nerve endings, improve your proprioception, which is how aware you are of your body in space. If you can awaken the nerve endings on your feet, you will improve your proprioception everywhere, actually. Let's go back to my Google Doc. Okay, let's see where I am here. We're going to continue standing and we're going to do the 3-point ankle stretch on the half round. If you have a half round, if you don't have a half round, show them what it looks like. I'm recommending you get it specifically for this ankle work, actually. I put one in front of my kitchen sink, one in front of my bathroom sink, and I stretch my calves while I'm there. But here we're going to do actually a 3-point ankle stretch. So and if you don't have a half round, you can get use a yoga brick, or you could use a rolled up towel, something that allows you to lift the front of your foot higher than the back of your foot. Half round's best though. We're going to go ahead and stretch. This is all flexion at the ankle. Put your foot in front of your foot on top of the half round. And Kathy's has her foot behind her, but you could put your foot parallel. She's doing that so you can see her. And we're going to just stay here and flex. So the ankle, flex at the ankle, not the knee. The knee comes along for the ride, but if you start to feel this in your knee, you've gone too far with your knee. And just stay here. We're going to be here for 30 seconds. And now the next thing you're going to do, you're going to stay in this position, but then you're going to flex your ankle towards the outside of your foot. It's just a slight angle, still flexing forward. It's still a forward flexion, but on an angle towards the outside of the foot. And just stay here and flex. I mean, you may want to keep moving a little bit. So I'm going to time for 30 seconds, but you can keep moving, flex and flex and flex, or you can stay a static stretch, either one. Your choice. Come on out of that. This time, you can, as you might have guessed, you're going to flex the ankle forward and a little bit to the inside of the foot. So remember, you can either repeat, flex, 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 or you can stay in a static flex, just flexing forward. What feels right to you? Switch sides, left foot on the half round. And the heel is on the ground. Just start to flex forward, directly forward, straight forward. And remember, you can do little repetitions, or you can just do one stretchy flex for the entire 30 seconds. Come back, this time towards the, you want to start on the outside of the foot. So you're going to flex again, this time moving your ankle towards a little bit on an angle to the outside of the foot. You remember, you can stay here, you can bounce forward, 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 or you can just stay in a long stretch. Listen to your own body. What is it your body needs today? They're both going to be helpful in terms of ankle strength and ankle flexibility. And then the last one, you're going to flex towards the inside of the foot. This should be really good for you, Parvin, and your ankles. Inside of the foot, you can bounce, 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 forward, flex, forward, flex, forward, flex, or you can just do a static stretch. Creating strength and flexibility in the ankles. I think one of the best ways to get at the entire ankle. Come on out of that. And guess what? We ran out of time.
Oh,
Yeah. But it should feel good. We worked on the top of your body and the bottom of your body. And probably they're talking to each other. So go ahead and lie down. And let me find my script for Yoga Nidra. You may want to walk around first and see how it feels. Get comfortable, get warm, stay warm. We're going to start just becoming aware of the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Observing your abdomen as it rises and it falls. And now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes the 61-point guided meditation. Go ahead and bring your intention back to the room and extend your legs and extend your arms overhead by your ears and stretch in both directions, trying to create a little bit more space between your pelvis and your rib cage. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles, first in one direction and then in the other. Hug your right knee to your chest and your left knee to your chest. Both knees, hug both knees to your chest. Rock from side to side, releasing the tension that you have in your back, lower back, opening the hips. And then whenever you're ready, roll all the way over onto your right side, onto your side, using your bottom arm as a pillow and your top arm, palm on the floor, bending your wrist and bringing yourself up to seated without rounding your back. And come, unmute yourself and come into your favorite seated position. I'm going to remove the spotlight for Kathy and put a view, gallery view for myself. I can't do that for you, but if you want to see everybody, you can do that for you. And I'm going to start, we're going to bring our hands together into prayer pose. Press the hands together. Sit up tall, open your chest a little bit, squeeze your rhomboids, squeeze your scapula together. A little, just a little bit. Make sure you're sitting tall, lifting your spine out of your sits bones or your hip sockets. Pressing, pressing, pressing. And now releasing, make it soft. And lift your skull up towards the ceiling so that you can drop, nod your skull over the top of the cervical spine, and the spine stays straight and strong. Just nodding forward, bowing to each other, acknowledging the light in each other, acknowledging and honoring the light in each other, and then closing the class by saying to each other, namaste.
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 Thank you, everybody. Stick around. I'm
Thank you.
going to close the
Thanks,
class.
Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And I'm going to close the class, but you can stick around and we can talk if you want to, or drop off, either one. That's what Zoom's about.